Okay, welcome back to the channel. Today we are at Elgel. Sea is absolutely like glass, as you can see. It's about 16 degrees, cracking day, and gonna go out and see what's in the water. Like always, and much to Shannon's disgust, I insist on walking right along to the end of the edge of the map just to get to the best water. So I'm gonna walk all the way along to the cliffs so I can get some decent drop-offs, because most of the parts here look fairly shallow, up to about kind of 7-8 meters, and if I go along to the end there's dropping off into 15 and 20 meters, so I can get some nice deep water and see what's around. Let him go. Release the Muppet. Free. So something I haven't mentioned, which has been a fairly significant change to my hunting, is these little soft ankle weights. They're done by Spearfishing, and I'd recommend them to anyone, because I was finding with a 7mm wetsuit that my feet were tending to float up a wee bit. Sometimes I'd use excess energy trying to keep the fins down, stop them waving around behind me when I'm hunting. Okay, so upon entering the water there's a wee bit of a wash as I initially get out past the swell, and then shortly after I'm past the swell I realise that the sea is absolutely like glass and completely beautiful. I tried a few dives in some deeper water and there wasn't actually too much there, so I ended up doing most of my dives in the kind of 8 to 10 meters of water. So with no big fish around, I spend a few dives just diving around, just appreciating all the small fish, because when there's so many of them all the way through the water column, they really are quite a spectacle. Lovely to see. That's the future right there. So I move out a little bit deeper and see a few pollock, a wee bit bigger but not quite takeable size, and a nice ballan wrasse just there, flutters away. So again, in about maybe 7 or 8 meters of water, see a few nicer pollock, and I think to myself, I'm just going to bide my time and appreciate them. And little did I know that this particular dive was the last time I would see this particular shoal of pollock for a long time. So a few dives later, these pollock here are about the kind of £1.5 to £2 mark, a little bit smaller than I'm wanting to take. So I just bide my time and wait for something bigger to come across me. A few dives later, my patience is rewarded as this lovely pollock around the £6 mark swims straight towards me. As it turns, I take my shot and then take a hold of the spear. Then for me, that view kind of makes it all worth going out, regardless of the weather or the day. Being able to see the Cullins in the background when you're spearfishing pollock is about as good as it gets. It's just a beautiful mountain range. That's us all packed up now. Pretty happy with the results. We got 3 decent sized pollock there and 1 absolute slab. It's an amazing way to spend an afternoon in front of the Cullins. Right, home time. We're lucky enough to live within sight of the Cullins, and even as locals you still can't help but appreciate them. They are just a stunning mountain range. So please don't be fooled by the weather, because it's not normally like that in Skye. That is about as good as it gets. This is what it can often be like. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.